Good morning. We've been focused as a House Republicans since day one on jobs and the economy. And that's day one, not just this session, but going back to January of '09. It was then our focus to make sure we're doing all we can to promote economic recovery. Several of the chairmen that are with us today were ranking members, including Mr. Camp, Mr. Brady, and others, as well as then Minority Leader Boehner and I's whip said we need to focus on jobs and the economy. But then for 2 years, Speaker Pelosi and the Democratic majority did it their way. They passed a nearly $1 trillion stimulus bill, which failed to get people back to work. They insisted on passing their nearly $1 trillion health care overhaul that the public still does not support, and they repeatedly tried to impose the largest tax increase in American history. The fact is, they did not focus on jobs, and that's why we saw the outcome of the November '10 election, is that people were tired of the lack of results and the lack of focus on the important issue of the economy. And that's why when we were in the minority last year and we put out the Pledge to America, that we were actually going to focus on what people cared about, which was getting Americans back to work. And in our Pledge to America, we said we were going to adopt a two-prong approach. The first was to get the fiscal house in order. We have been about that, as you know, in passing the Ryan budget, which puts a plan out there, which provides a concrete proposal to reduce spending in Washington and to change the culture once and for all. But we also said it's not just about cutting, that you also need to grow the economy. And so we understand that it's important for us, in order to grow the economy, not just to see Washington grow, but to see small businesses flourish. And now more than ever, our nation needs small businesses and entrepreneurs to get people back to work. That's why we are presenting today America's Plan for Job Creators. This is where our economic activity is going to flourish, and this is what we want to do to continue to build on the Pledge to America and all the work that our chairmen and committees have been doing over the last 5 months to make sure that our nation's job creators have an economy in which they can start hiring again. We are focusing on jobs, and you'll hear the details from our chairman as to what they've been doing and what they're planning to do. The bottom line is this, that this represents a real contrast. There is a choice in which the American public will see. We have a spending reduction plan in the Ryan budget. It's clear the President, former Speaker Pelosi, and the Democratic leader in the Senate, Reid, do not have a spending plan. We have a growth plan. They do not. We are focused on the economy and jobs, have been so since day one, and Leader Reid, Leader Pelosi, and the President are not.